If you're sitting on an iPhone 13, 14, or even a 15 Pro Max right now, this video will tell you exactly what to do next. Because the decision you make in the next few months could save you or cost you real money. Let's get into it. The iPhone 18 Pro Max is expected to launch in September 2026 with a starting price around $1,299. That is likely a modest increase over the iPhone 16 Pro Max. But here is what makes that price potentially worth every dollar or not, depending on what matters to you. The biggest story right now is the chip. Apple is moving to the A20 Pro, not the A19, not a minor revision. A completely new generation built on TSMC's second-generation 3-nanometer process. Early estimates suggest a 20 to 25% jump in CPU performance and a 30% improvement in GPU throughput compared to the A18 Pro. What does that actually mean for you? If you edit 4K video on your phone, that export time drops significantly. Tasks that took 45 seconds on your current Pro Max could finish in under 30. For creators running mobile workflows, that is not a small improvement. That is the kind of change you feel every single day. And that brings us to the feature most people are completely overlooking right now. The A20 Pro is not just faster. It is more efficient. Apple's new chip architecture is designed to deliver higher peak performance while actually consuming less power. That is the reason behind the next big leak, and it changes the battery conversation entirely. The iPhone 18 Pro Max is rumored to carry a larger battery cell than any Pro Max before it. Early supply chain reports suggest a capacity increase of roughly 10% over the iPhone 16 Pro Max combined with the A20 Pro's improved power efficiency. Real-world battery life projections point to a device that could last significantly longer between charges, potentially adding an hour or more to your daily screen-on time. For professionals and travelers who live on their phones, that is not a minor upgrade. That is a quality of life improvement worth paying for. But here is where things get very interesting. Most buyers looking at specs right now are focused on the camera system and the chip. What they are missing is the design change that has been confirmed by multiple reliable leakers. Apple is shrinking the dynamic island. The current dynamic island, introduced with the iPhone 14 Pro, took up a noticeable amount of screen real estate. The iPhone 18 Pro Max is expected to feature a significantly reduced dynamic island, made possible by improvements in Face ID hardware miniaturization. Early renders suggest it will be smaller than anything we have seen on a Pro iPhone before. That single change increases the usable display area without changing the physical size of the phone. It makes the screen feel more immersive and more premium. It is the kind of refinement that is hard to quantify in a spec sheet, but immediately noticeable the moment you pick up the device. And this is the part that surprised us most. Apple is also reportedly making changes to the display itself. The iPhone 18 Pro Max is expected to push peak brightness higher, with some supply chain reports pointing toward outdoor brightness improvements that would make it the most visible iPhone display ever built in direct sunlight. For anyone who has ever struggled to read their screen outside on a summer afternoon, that matters. Now, let us talk about how this stacks up against the competition. Samsung's Galaxy S25 Ultra starts at $1,299 and represents the strongest Android flagship on the market right now. It is an exceptional device, but even Samsung's Snapdragon 8 Elite chip runs behind Apple's Silicon in sustained CPU performance and efficiency. The Galaxy S25 Ultra holds its own in camera versatility, and it offers more manual control for photographers. But Apple's AI processing and video capabilities have pulled ahead in ways that matter for professional workflows. Google's Pixel 9 Pro XL is priced lower at around $1,099, and its computational photography is genuinely impressive. But software support and ecosystem depth still favor Apple for users already invested in the Apple platform. For anyone deciding between an Android flagship and the iPhone 18 Pro Max, the honest answer is this. If you're already in the Apple ecosystem, the switching cost makes the iPhone the smarter long-term investment. If you're Android first, Samsung and Google remain Excel and alternatives, but they are not catching up on chip performance as fast as many expected. Here is the one question every buyer needs to answer right now. Are you upgrading from an iPhone 13, 14, or 15? If your phone is 2 to 3 years old, the iPhone 18 Pro Max is shaping up to be one of the most compelling upgrade targets we have seen in this price range. The A20 Pro chip, the larger battery, the smaller dynamic island, and the improved display. Altogether, this is not an incremental update. This is a platform shift. If you're coming from an iPhone 16 Pro Max, the calculation is different. The improvements are real, but they may not justify a full upgrade unless battery life and display refinements are your primary pain points. Now, let us break this down by buyer type. If you're a professional using your phone as your primary productivity device, managing documents, video calls, client work, and mobile editing, the A20 Pro performance jump is a genuine upgrade. The investment makes sense. You will feel the difference every working day. If you are a creator shooting and editing video on your iPhone, the combination of faster exports, improved sustained performance, and the expected camera system upgrades makes the iPhone 18 Pro Max the strongest mobile creative tool on the market. The $1,299 starting price spreads across 3 to 4 years of premium creative output. That math works. If you're a gamer pushing your phone hard with demanding titles, the A20 Pro's 30% GPU improvement is significant. Frame rates, resolution, and thermal management all improve together. This is the most capable gaming iPhone ever built, based on what we know so far. If you're a casual user primarily using your phone for social media, messaging, and streaming, the honest recommendation is to wait. The iPhone 16 Pro Max, at a reduced price after the 18 Pro Max launches, will deliver an exceptional premium experience at a lower cost. The jump from your iPhone 13 to a discounted 16 Pro Max could save you $300 to $400 while still delivering a dramatic upgrade. If you're currently upgrading from an iPhone 15 Pro Max and considering whether to skip a generation and wait, this is your cycle. The iPhone 18 Pro Max is a more meaningful jump than the 17 would have been. Waiting one more year was the right call, and the leaks are confirming it. Here is the bottom line. The iPhone 18 Pro Max is shaping up to be the most significant Pro Max upgrade in 3 years. The A20 Pro chip, the expanded battery, the refined dynamic island, and the display improvements are all confirmed or credibly leaked by reliable sources. Nothing here is manufactured hype. For anyone sitting on a 2 to 3 year-old device, the September 2026 launch window is your moment. This is where your upgrade investment delivers maximum long-term value. And if you are still weighing the iPhone 18 Pro Max against the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra or deciding whether the standard iPhone 18 Pro is a smarter buy for your budget, we are breaking down that full comparison in detail very soon. That video will help you make the final call with complete confidence.